There comes a point in healing where it's not just about what you survived, but now it also becomes about who you choose to protect now. See, you don't have to become a hero. You don't have to wear armor, but you do have to decide, will you look away or will you stand with someone where someone else once stood for you? Grooming systems like 764 don't just grow because of evil, but they also grow because of indifference. People freeze, people stay silent, people wait for someone else to say something. People assume that it's not their place, right, to do something. People distance themselves because it's complicated, right? And it's in that space that harm thrives. But you've seen too much now. You've healed enough now. You're not in the fog anymore. So the question is, what will you do with your clarity? See, this isn't about guilt. It's about guardianship. You may never know the impact of your words or your presence or your boundaries, but every time that you choose to step in instead of stepping back, you shift the atmosphere. You become the person you once needed, and you create a kind of safety that you never had. And you interrupt harm by refusing to let silence speak louder than truth. And no, you won't always get it perfect, but your imperfection it's still more powerful than any sort of apathy. I mean, here's something that systems like the 764 never expect. That the ones who were once targeted can now become the ones who protect others. Because pain teaches you how to see. And so you learn the cues, and you notice a shift in tone, and you pick up on the emotional withdrawal, and you recognize the coded language. You feel the fear that's not really being spoken. And you don't need a badge. You don't need any permission. You just need the courage to be able to say, that doesn't feel safe, or something's off here, or I believe you. You're not crazy. I'm here with you. I'm staying. And let's be clear. Protection does not mean controlling. It means covering. It means holding space with wisdom and not force. It means walking with, not in front of. It means asking instead of assuming. It means creating environments where people don't have to earn tenderness. Because when someone's just learning how to be vulnerable, the last thing that they need is to feel alone in their honesty. Because you know what that felt like. You know how long it took to find your voice. You know how many years you had to edit yourself just to feel safe. And so when someone begins to emerge, you don't need to lead them. You just need to guard the space so they can unfold without fear. See, that's protection, and it's sacred. But here's the hard truth though. Protection is costly. It means that you'll lose comfort. You'll lose relationships perhaps. You'll lose the ability to unsee things that once they become clear. Because now you're the one who notices. You're the one who speaks up. You're the one who disrupts. You're the one who makes it harder for these grooming systems like the 764 to go unchecked. And that's not easy, but it's necessary. Because the alternative is complicity. So what does protection actually look like, though? It looks like not laughing at the jokes that cross boundaries. It looks like checking in with someone who's perhaps gone quiet, or making space in your friendship for discomfort without distance, or refusing to gossip about someone else's pain, or asking consent before diving deep. It could look like offering a hand when someone's trying to stand, or saying, that's not okay, even when it's subtle, or modeling what safety looks like, even if no one taught it to you. It looks like living aligned so that others can feel that sense of wholeness and how it looks like in real time. You don't need a platform. You just need presence. And presence is power. See, 764 cannot function where presence lives, because presence sees, presence names, and presence holds space. And the minute someone is seen with clarity and with care, shame starts to lose its grip then. See, that's the power that you carry now. Not to fix, but to fortify. You don't have to be the expert. You just have to be honest. You just have to be able to stay. You just have to let the truth that you found become something protective and not just personal. See, if this whole series has perhaps helped you name some things that you've endured, this moment is about how you now protect those who are just starting to name theirs. Because if no one had stood between you and what hurt you, you know how different your story might have been. But now you get to be that for someone else. You get to be that quietly and boldly and daily. You get to say, I've seen this before, I've experienced this before, and I'm not letting it repeat on my watch. Not because you're the solution, but because you remember what it felt like to face that alone. And now no one has to. So if this episode calls something in you to attention, then you're ready for tomorrow's episode, which is going to be our final chapter, final episode in this series on 764, and we're calling it Living Unmasked. Because once we've told our truths, once we've broken the silence, once we've reclaimed our voice and protected others in the process, the final step is living without the performance, unapologetically, clearly, and whole. So we'll meet there soon. But before you go, just a glimpse of what's coming ahead here. See, if you've been wondering where your value fits in all of this, if you've maybe asked yourself quietly, am I enough if I'm not protecting or performing or fixing? Then next month's series is for you. See, we're going deep into personal worth, not as a mindset, but as a lived reality. So we'll explore how worth isn't earned, but it's remembered and it's reclaimed and it's lived from. Because protecting others is powerful, but knowing your own worth, that's where your protection really becomes peace. So join me tomorrow. In the meantime, thank you for these moments that you've shared with me. You got this.